What we're building right now is the architecture of the next era of American leadership. I'll just leave this here. Whoops. Are we going in the center or something?
No, let's go back here.
Good morning. We hold this forum at the intersection of Capitol Hill and Silicon Valley for a reason. The defining challenges of our time are not solved by government alone, and they're not solved by industry alone. They're solved here, where people who build things and people who govern things can finally speak the same language. The contest of our time is playing out in fabs and foundries, in port terminals and pipeline corridors, in the minerals that power every node of the AI economy, and sometimes even in narrow straits of water. Every layer of the supply chain has become a theater of strategic consequence, and every supply chain decision is a geopolitical decision. That is the reality a lot of CEOs are slowly but surely coming to realize. What we're building right now is the architecture of the next era of American leadership. Minerals, energy, logistics, compute. These aren't commodities, they're sovereignty expressed in the physical form. And the builders in this room and who will appear on the stage today are the new nation builders of our time. They're the engineers of peace and prosperity. I want to take a moment to recognize our partners who've traveled here from the Gulf, friends from Israel, Qatar, and the UAE. Your presence at this forum is a testament to your courage and your commitment. You're operating in one of the most consequential and challenging regions of the world, and you have chosen to deepen your partnership with the United States anyway. America sees that, we honor that, and America is doubling down on you. The companies in this room are not just stakeholders in American competitiveness, you are its expression and foundation. So here is my ask. Come with your hardest problems, the financing gaps, the licensing bottlenecks, the friction that slows deals that should close. We're here to govern, and governing means solving problems. The decision we make in the next 24 months will shape the structure of the global economy for decades. I don't believe that's hyperbole. I believe that is genuinely the inflection point we are in. So without further ado, let me welcome Christian Garrett, co-founder of the Hill and Valley Forum, to kick off today's events.
Thank you, Jacob. Welcome, everyone. We're very glad that you're here. This year's Hill and Valley Forum will be very much more of the same and a lot of new things. I think most of you know, but for those that are new to the forum, the Hill and Valley Forum was started to build bridges between Capitol Hill and Silicon Valley, a relationship that really got the technology industry started during the Cold War, waned over the years, and the forum was meant to be a part of what many others were doing and the work that many others were doing to rebuild that bridge. I think we've seen that bridge has been rebuilt and is strengthening and growing. And what the forum's grown to is being about much more than that. The forum is also about rebuilding bridges between industry and government, technology and government around the world, and increasingly even between our allies within that framework. Calvin Coolidge said that the business of America is business. I think we've seen that in the Western world, whether you look in Europe, Australia, Japan, South Korea. This is one of the key ways that relationships and partnerships are formed, is through economic enterprise. And this is a forum that celebrates the importance of maintaining economic and technology-driven and industrial might, and how that is upstream of many of the other things that we want to see within our societies. Today, you will hear from leaders across government, across technology, leaders from the US, leaders from Europe, leaders from South Korea, from Taiwan, and many other of our allies. This is a forum that is very much about unity. You will hear from people, and here in this room, folks that are attending that have different political backgrounds, different backgrounds in industry, different goals. Many of them even are competitors from Silicon Valley and DC. This is very much what we call a bipartisan event on both sides. And that is what's exciting and very special about the forum. We hope everyone enjoys it and today walks away with understanding ways that all of industry, not just the technology industry, but increasingly the technology industry is eating more and more of the world, as Mark Andreessen said about software, we're seeing that this framework is growing to some of our most important industries within the West, from the entertainment industry, which you'll hear from today, to financial services and banking, to energy and industrials and critical minerals, all the way to, of course, enterprise software, AI, and defense. So thank you, everyone, for attending. This year will definitely be the biggest and the best forum that we've had, and we're grateful because we couldn't do it without you, we couldn't do it without our sponsors, and most importantly, we couldn't do it without the spirit of unity. And so help us to maintain that and use this forum as a place for debate, for discussion, and for coming together around something bigger than maybe the things that sometimes divide us.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you to all the early risers that are here at 8 o'clock in the morning. We've got a long day ahead of us. But we're going to be covering a lot of ground today. We're going to be talking about everything from AI standards to biotech supply chains and how to not cede that to China, manufacturing, nuclear energy, orbital economies. It may seem like these are all very different problems, but they aren't. We're facing a holistic problem that is showing up across sectors and contributing to the fragmentation of our systems. Americans have a superpower, which we flexed over and over throughout our brief history. We are very good at inventing things. But unless there is urgency, like a world war or a cold war, we're less good at building at scale. Over the past few decades, we've been challenged by closing the gap, sometimes called the valley of death, between invention and deployment. We have the best AI models, but we're still figuring out how to use them inside of government and where the red line should be. We lead in biotech discovery, but we outsource manufacturing and leave critical security vulnerabilities in supply chains. When it comes to expanding the economy to low Earth orbit, reusable rockets solve the access problem, but if we can make something economically viable in space, can we bring it back and seamlessly integrate it into our existing manufacturing chains? We're going to talk about all these issues today with the leaders who are committed to innovation, with integrity, and building durable bridges across sectors. It's a long day, and we're going to move quickly because there's a lot of ground to cover. The agenda today is a reflection of how much things have changed since we first started having these conversations, and how many individuals have felt called to serve this mission. We founded this gathering, the Hill and Valley Forum, to grow the connective tissue between technologists, venture capitalists, and elected officials. Only together can we make it across this valley of death and solve the problems that we know we can't ignore. The goal for today is simple, that everyone here leaves with a new perspective and the conviction to translate it into action that accelerates American innovation and progress into the next 250 years. That's all, and thanks for being here today, and enjoy the day.
From Taiwan to the world, Foxconn has grown deep roots right here in the United States. Since 1980, we've been growing, locally and steadily, manufacturing products for our customers, many of them global technology leaders sprung from the United States. Foxconn employs over 8,700 people from coast to coast. We make data servers, lots of electronics, and key components. We see business growth ahead to support our customers and our partners. Foxconn is expanding in Texas and California. We are well positioned in Ohio. We aim to hire thousands of employees in the coming years in states like Wisconsin. We are the world's largest electronics manufacturer and leading technology solutions provider. Across the world, Foxconn makes 4 out of every 10 electronic gadgets. We are the world's largest AI server provider. We keep innovating to deliver better, smarter solutions to our customers. Inside our production lines and R&D centers, every movement reflects precision, dedication, and passion. Foxconn's role is to transform the vision of our partners and customers into scalable productivity. Houston is home to our largest production operation in the United States. It is also the first Foxconn site in the U.S. to achieve mass production of liquid-cooled AI servers. In the Bay Area, our R&D sites sit within our advanced manufacturing presence in Silicon Valley. Giving back is part of who we are. At Foxconn, our employees are part of the community, volunteering with local food banks to helping the environment. From these American cities, innovation begins locally, but resonates globally, driving progress from production floors to data centers, cities, and communities worldwide. The next generation is here. ready to shape the future. With bold ideas and fresh energy, they are building what's next. This is our team and our shared story.